Honorable Mokwene Zondi,
Chair.
honorable members.
Chair.
Yes, sir. On what are you rising?
Yes, thank you, Chair. Chair, we are not happy with how we are treating members of the MK party here. It was her median speech, and you did not tell the House that. Two, every time when our members are speaking on the podium, they get interrupted by the ANC people. ANC people must keep quiet when we educate them.
About
People of Brown Mokgotsi must keep quiet when we educate them.
You keep quiet.
Procedural.
Honorable
It's
member,
procedural.
I'm afraid.
Mantash.
On your sofa.
Honorable members, if I can ask you to mute your microphones, please. Honorable member, when a maiden moves from one village or a lady moves from one village to another, she doesn't regrow her virtues. The honorable member has made many speeches in the National Council of Provinces, and this is not her maiden address. Honorable members, the next speaker at the podium will be the National Council of Provinces of the Gauteng Province, and that is the Honorable Maraniso. Honorable Maraniso.
Malibongwe. Malibongwe.
Thank you, Honorable Rider.
Honorable Maraniso, if I can ask you to take your seat while we hear.
Honorable Chair, I'm very concerned that you use the example of a village for our member. Do you know anything about a village?
What rule are you
You
rising
can't refer and use an example of villages. I think you must use a different example. Why a
on
village?
what rule, member? On what
Why
rule?
are you using an example of a village?
What's it
Honorable member, if you choose to look my history up, I come from a village called Henley on Klip. Honorable Maraniso, if I can ask you to take the podium and begin with your speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Rider, Honorable members, Honorable President, Deputy President, all protocol observed. Members, I want to start by congratulating Honorable Mokwena. You look beautiful though. Honorable President, I want to send the message from people of Sporong in Randfontein, where I come from, just to indicate to you that their request has been heard. They are the ones who have called for SANDF to come and intervene. I want to congratulate as well the councillor and the Randburg City for being there throughout. I was shocked when Honorable Desmond from West Rand couldn't petition the issues of the sinkholes to you and said nothing. But I want to tell you that it is important that tomorrow when you respond, you must tell us what is it that you can intervene with regards to the issues of the sinkholes in Mirafo, in the West Rand. Honorable Chairperson, one would want to indicate to the President that during his Sona speech, you were very clear in terms of the challenges, and indeed all members who came before here, they reiterated those particular challenges. The first step of a revolutionary is to tell the truth. Honorable Josie, I want to tell you when Honorable Manamela was acknowledging and appreciating the challenges in this sector, it was not for the fact that he has failed, but to say that these are the challenges and this is what we need to respond to. You just spoke here, Honorable Lozi, about Honorable Malema telling us that when consciousness leaves you, it doesn't tell you. Let me tell you, the person who has actually said those words is President Kgalema Motlanthe. So I want to tell you, you can Google Honorable Kgalema Motlanthe told us that when consciousness leaves you, it doesn't tell you. Because he was emphasizing the fact that at all times, we must not divorce ourselves from our thinking. When we speak, we must connect the mind to the heart.
Honorable Maraniso, can you take your seat? Honorable member, on what are you rising?
Ngithokoze mgcinisihlalo.
What rule?
Ngiba ukuthi
Rule.
Amadoda harasa abanifazi hayibo.
hayi khuluma Chair.
I can hear you, honorable member. Continue.
Yeah, abantu abanganambeko abangakhuliswanga kahle ubabona la. Now,
ongaphambili lo ojamileko akumtshele ukuthi akakhulume nesitshaba ayekele usitshela into asitshela zona lezi.
Rule.
Ngiyakuthokoza.
Point of order.
Member, I think we're all aware that's not a point of order. Honorable Mananiso, please continue.
Thank you, Honorable Ryder. You never disappoint. You always say nothing. Honorable members, I want to concentrate on issues of people that have petitions to me. I want to indicate as well to our fellow South Africans that the issue of the national disaster has been discussed in the previous parliament, sixth parliament, in terms of what is it that we want to see as women of this country. And I can recall vividly so that multi-party caucus, one of the issues that we've been deliberating on is GBV. In a sense that we say that when you speak, when you address issues of GBVF, you must ensure that you leave no one behind, being a disabled person, being LGBTQIA plus societies, being vulnerable, marginalized, and oppressed people. And indeed, in your speech, you were very clear in terms of those that you think that must be included and prioritized as we address gender-based violence and femicide. Honorable members and Honorable President, I want you to address the issue of the chronicles of GNU. When everything goes well, it's us as partners. But when it's bad, it's the ANC. So when you speak with them, when you speak on issues of statement of intent, you must touch on that issue. Honorable members, I want to indicate to your good selves that in terms of GBVF, we have 100 days program of action that includes all the sectors. That includes the GCPS, those who are sitting at the Select Committee of Security and Justice, they understand what is it that I'm talking about. That sector seeks to address issues that we've been dealing with of duplication of programs, duplication of resources, yet not addressing the problem. So what is happening, honorable members and fellow South Africans, in that particular multi-sectoral, integrated program approach is that everybody identifies her pillar or his pillar as the department and speak on what is it that they will be doing in 100 days. And I can tell you, President, one of the responses that 100 days has made is issues of maintenance. To us, issues of maintenance as women is not only issues of economical issues. They touch on socio-economic issues of our realities as Black women, in particular in South Africa. So you go now to any magistrate court, you can get a report that tells you in terms of how far are they in terms of collection, and it is digital. The issues of protection order, we're no longer dealing about withdrawal of when you are in a honeymoon, then you go and withdraw. No. You go and withdraw, there are consequences. So it shows that we are very responsive in terms of dealing with the GBVF. Honorable President, I want to say to you, the narrative of a survivor and a beneficiary differ. Honorable Nomvalo, when she was here, she was very correct to say that Pagama. That's what you said, that South Africa rise. Because as the president, you know the inability and the ability of people that you are leading. Honorable President, I want to petition to you to say, whatever that we did during G20, let us use all the modalities, the techniques, and every plan that we could have executed. Because if it worked when we were receiving the chaba, it can work every day to ensure that we build safer communities. Honorable Chairperson, Honorable Ryder, you know one of the programs that we conducted at the NCOP during our provincial week It was to visit the Women's Living Monument in Tshwane. We visited the Women's Monument in Tshwane because we understand the significance of the role of women of South Africa in terms of their history. And I want to indicate to you, President, that we want your intervention that come March, as we celebrate International Women's Day, that monument is opened to honor Isitalwande Sophie de Bruyn. Honorable President, we are not bad as a country. South Africa is one of the countries that is coordinating issues of neighboring countries in terms of common agenda, and where we think that neighboring countries are a problem and we are a problem to them. And the reason why today, as the NCOP, we were dealing about the one-stop border post bill, it is because of we think that it's one of the critical bills that can assist us to speak on immigration, to speak on citizenship, to speak on refugee. And we know that all those issues, they can be addressed if we have proper regularities and legislation that all of us can abide to. I want to share a story from where I come from in Mohlakeng.
Honorable Mananiso, if I can ask you to take your seat again, please. On what are you rising, Honorable Member?
Thank you, House Chair. House Chair, the member has nothing to say. He must just sit down.
On which rule?
She's just singing for
What
supper.
rule are you rising on?
She's just
Rule?
singing for supper.
Honorable Member,
She's not saying
I think
anything.
you're aware that there is a rule that relates
Sit down,
to
sit down.
frivolous points of order. Please allow the member to continue with her
When is
debate.
MK? That
Honorable
is
Mananiso, please
just
remove.
fine. MK men are cowards. You harass
Thank you, Honorable Raida. Siyakuba. We know them, they are like this. They would learn. I heard Honorable Mokoena speaking about the president, long dark nights. I was not shocked. They deal with night shift. The leadership, you are in today, in the morning, at night, then you change it. So that is why she was speaking about the dark night clouds. Honorable Chairperson, Honorable Chair, I wanted to relate a story. President, Honorable President, in
Honorable
Mohlakeng,
members, please respect the speaker at the podium, especially if she's from your own party.
Okay. Honorable President, the people of Mohlakeng heard you clearly because they understand social sovereignty. That you cannot go and start somewhere like those who went to Russia. You start home, you deal with domestic issues, and then you can go somewhere. Honorable Lamola will speak on those issues. But I want to just share with the country in terms of what happened in Mohlakeng just immediately after your announcement. Just after your announcement, men and women, youth, sectors, and people from the rural of Mohlakeng, they decided that SANDF and law enforcement agencies won't do this thing alone of dealing with safer communities and safer space. And then they decided to join hands.
Honorable Mananiso, please take your seat again. Honorable Member.
Mqinislalo ohle okhuluma ngaphambili irrelevant and akhulumako it's got nothing to do with sona. Please akahlale phansi che.
Kwalandini.
Ukwazi ukukhuluma kahle. Khipha amazinyo Skosana ukwazi ukukhuluma kahle asukuzwa uthi.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. As I said, Mkhwenyana anke disappoint.
Chair.
Honorable
Chair.
Mananiso.
President,
Uyabhema yini,
Chair.
Skosana? Khweleta mkhwenyana.
Yeah, Honorable Mananiso is right.
Mkhwenyana.
Take up a fast, the ANC, Skosana, please.
Deputy Chief Whip.
Mkhwenyana.
Yeah.
Thank you, Honorable House Chairperson. I want to plead with you to protect our speaker on the podium. She didn't mention anyone's name on a point of procedure. Can you please protect her so that she can finish her debate?
Under which rule?
Those who do not want to listen to what she's saying, they can as well leave this house. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Member. I believe I did protect the Speaker and I did ask her to continue with her
You must
speech.
not bully us.
Honourable Manini, so please, if you can resume your seat again.
Chair, the
Mkhwenyana.
speaker is
Mkhwenyana.
pointing fingers at us. It's unparliamentary, Chair. You can't point fingers at us. Respect us.
Thula Mkhwenyana.
It is a debate and matters are always debated in the debate.
No, Chair.
You have
Protect
had
us.
opportunity.
Our speaker was disrupted here, but I must respect, Chair, please.
Mkhwenyana.
Honourable Member,
Skosana,
Mkhwenyana.
cannot dictate what another member puts in their speech. The member must continue with her speech. She has not mentioned any names as indicated, and she can continue
I think she's
in a
done,
protected
actually.
manner.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Raida. Honorable President, one day when you are not busy and Deputy President as the leader of government business, you must go to Motlakeng. Pilot what they are doing as a society to say nothing about us without us. They are part of the operations as I speak. When I go home, I need to pop out my 10 rent for a whistleblower and as well for other things that they need when they patrol. Chairperson, I want to thank Honorable Malema. Honorable Malema has made use of this debate. They have submitted their CVs, one, and two, he said yesterday that he has no choice to support the issue of the ACNTF. So those are two submissions. So abanye bone basele, they are behind. They didn't petition or say anything as expected. Deputy President, I want to just say to yourself that people of South Africa, they are saying that South Africa does not compose only of 14 to 35, but 35 and above must be part of all our recruitment, job opportunities, and unemployment graduate programs. They are there waiting for you to open the system so that they can be absorbed. Honorable Chairperson, as a Gautenian person, I want to say to you, we want to thank the Minister of Justice, working together with the Minister of Police to ensure that we hire 9,600 amapanya-panya. To those who doesn't understand the issues of inequalities, unemployment, and poverty, they will think that we were campaigning. But I can tell you today, those young people are beneficiaries and as well, they are breadwinners in their home. So it is through the ANC-led government that others are in pain, that in Gauteng we have PNU and we are fine and we are safe. Hence, yesterday, people didn't want to take the apology of our premier, but as li itse jaaka Batswana wa e gapa o molato wa e lesa o molato. As I conclude, President, I want to say sidikwa ke ntwa tse pedi ha se thata. Meaning mathata a otlhe re tlo wa fenya re tlo wa khona ka bane re bereka mmogo. So it's up to you if you want to exclude yourself as a South African, as a parliamentarian, as a citizen. But lastly, all of us here who are women, starting from today moving forward, let us ask those who are doing us our hair if they are legal here. Let us ask those who are designing for us if they are legal here. Let us even go to the backyards in our own street, own corners to ask if those who are here as illegal immigrants are legal.
Honorable
Because South
Mananiso,
Africa belongs to all who live in it. I
Honorable
thank you.
Mananiso, please take your seat. Please take your seat. On what are you rising, Honorable Member?
No, Chair, we feel intimidated. This incompetent
What
member
rule?
of parliament is pointing of at us.
Rule.
Rule. What is the rule? What is the rule?
What rule are you rising, Honorable Member?
Incompetent member.
What rule is being
Member is
offended?
pointing at us.
Rule, chief,
Valid point of order, Honorable Member. Honorable Mananiso, please conclude your speech.
She's so
Honorable
incompetent.
Ryder,
You are the one who's
you see the one who's
incompetent. You are.
interrupting me.
Dated. We are Papa, we are Nomvalo.
The one who's interrupting me. I understand the excitement. There's a newspaper that has indicated that he is promising. So the person next to him, he's Dololo. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Mananiso.
We support
Thank
the
you, Honorable
motion of
Members. Our next speaker at the podium.